Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sylvia and I'm the owner of Sticker Obsession Co. This week I'm planning for May 19th to the 25th using a RAK bag from Scribble Prints Co. I thought it would be a good challenge to see if I could make a week spread out of it. So here I'm just flipping through the pages so you can see what was included in the RAK bag. This is a challenge for me. I'm aware it won't be a challenge for everybody, but for me personally it's a challenge because it's something I've never done before, and it's also because it's not a full kit, so it's obviously missing things that would normally be included. So one thing that wasn't included in the RAK bag was washi, and I would normally pull from my Simply Gilded collection, but I went through my SPC Misfit grab bags of the washi strips and found two strips that I thought matched almost perfectly. Another thing I'm pulling in are some DIY date covers from Rose Coloured Days. I asked on Instagram about your opinion about which ones would match perfectly, and this was the one that you guys chose, so thank you for helping me out there. Another thing that I pulled in were some headers, which I'm used to doing anyway, because personally I'm not always a massive fan of glitter headers. So I'm pulling in these two sets of headers from the Worry Cloud, and also the glitter headers are from a Misfit SPC glitter header grab bag. The biggest challenge for me personally was that there weren't really many boxes included in the RAK bag. So I went through my SPC Misfit label samplers, and I was a bit worried that I was only going to be able to find the pink colour, but actually I had quite a few of the navy blue, so I was really happy that I managed to find those. Which is another reason why I love buying all the grab bags from SPC, because I find that it's good to have them in my collection to pull them in when I need to supplement something. So it was very useful for this spread. So here I'm laying down the date covers. They're in the Aurora colour of the underlays. And then the silver overlays are also from Rose Coloured Days, and I don't remember the font name, I'm really sorry, but I chose silver, and I've stuck to silver throughout this spread. One thing I would like to say is that I'm so sorry about the glare in this video. I really do need to learn how to get rid of the glare. My husband's trying to help me with like lighting and things, because I'm not like... I've never filmed until a couple of weeks ago, so I'm still learning all of these things, and I've noticed that glossy really does create a lot of glare. So I'm really sorry if throughout this video you can't see very well because of the glare, or it annoys you. Trust me, I'm working on it. So these date numbers that I'm laying down are from my shop, from the Jedi collection, and I pull in quite a lot of the Jedi collection into this, like the washi and the full box overlays, the header overlays. So if you're wondering where any of that is from, it's from my shop, which I'll leave linked down below. Everything else, I think I've shown like slow motion clips of things and where they're from, but if I've missed something, please let me know in the comments below and I will be happy to answer. So I thought I would do another Q&A. I don't know how I feel about talking through my plans and the stickers. I'm still kind of new to all of this, so I think for now I'm going to stick with like Q&As, but if you do like prefer me to talk about the stickers, or you prefer to hear about my plans, then please let me know, because I'm happy to change. It's just for now I'm finding that Q&As are what's suiting me the most. Okay, so the first question is, how do you feel about putting pineapple on pizza? Oh my god, this causes such a debate in my house. I am so pro pineapple on pizzas. Like, that is my favourite thing to put on a pizza. but my husband hates it. So obviously when we're sharing a pizza, we either have to go like half and half, or he has to have a separate pizza to me, or I just don't end up with pineapple. So if I have a pizza that I'm eating on my own that doesn't include my husband, you're gonna believe it's gonna have pineapple on, as much pineapple as humanly possible. And it's always something I ask other people: how do you feel about pineapple on pizza? If you love pineapple on pizza, you're my type of people. Let me know in the comments below whether you're pro pineapple or not. So the next question is, what's the best type of cheese? This is a really tough question. Usually the stinkiest, smelliest, moldiest looking cheese are my favourites. I love like a strong tasting cheese. Me and my husband are like crazy about cheeses. I made like some chili jam a couple of weeks ago, because we love all different types of chutneys on cheese with crackers. And this chili jam was like, I've made it before and it tastes so good with cheese, but I think I might have overdone it with the chili this time, because it is so spicy. Like, we can barely have like a tiny amount of it before like our mouths are on fire. And we like spicy food, but this jam is way too spicy. So I also like American cheese if I'm having it in like something melted, or like a grilled cheese or something like that. But on the whole, oh, don't hate me guys, I just find it really boring and dull. Like, there's no taste to it. Oh, I sound like an arrogant English like snob, don't I? I'm so sorry. I'm not saying I hate American cheese. I do like it for some things, but if I want to eat it on its own, I'd rather have something that tastes stronger. Sorry. So yeah, it's probably going to be like a blue cheese or a brie are my favourites. The next question is, what's the most embarrassing thing you've ever worn? Okay, this is quite an easy question because something straight away comes to my mind. Okay, so I used to be an elementary school teacher, and you're probably aware that when you're a teacher, you have to dress up in all sorts of different things, all sorts of different costumes, but usually you have some control over what you decide to wear. However, there was one occasion where we had like a weekly assembly, and my head teacher always had like a theme for the like half term, we call it in England, like the semester. And each term had like a special guest, which was supposed to be like a secret who it was, because they were dressed up in costume, but some of the kids could like guess who it was, like which teacher it was. And every semester he would pick a different member of staff to do that role. And I was never a massive fan of like getting up in front of the whole school and acting, because I cannot do accents and I'm not great at acting. So I wanted a role where there wasn't any speaking. So eventually this role came along where the character didn't have to speak. They just had to wiggle. And I was like, fine, I'll do it. So every week I had to dress up as a bumblebee and wiggle my bum in front of the school. I don't really understand what the whole point of it was. It was supposed to be that bumblebees like communicate using like wiggling. It sounds really odd me explaining it like this, but anyway, yes, every week I would dress up as a bumblebee and wiggle, and then I would have to do a dance at the end. And the reason I volunteered for that role was because my face was covered, and also that I didn't have to speak. But it was still slightly embarrassing, and once I was waiting outside the doors to go into the assembly hall, and one of the music teachers turned up that didn't work at the school. He was like paid separately to come in once a week and teach like clarinet or something. And he was a little bit hot, I'll admit. And he walked in, and I usually used to say hello to him and stuff, but he walked in and he just looked at me and he was like, "What the F are you doing?" And yeah, I mean, I got used to doing it, and I like doing stuff for the kids, so it was fine. But it probably was the most embarrassing thing I've ever worn and probably will ever wear. Okay, the next question is, what mythical creature would improve the world most if it existed? Easy. Unicorns. No explanation. Okay, the next question is, if you were arrested with no explanation, what would your friends and family assume you had done? Ooh, this one's a tough one. There aren't many things I think I would be arrested for. I do stick to rules and laws. Like, I was that kid at school that would never break the rules. So I think they would be quite shocked and surprised if I was arrested. A couple of things come to mind, but I just want to firstly say that I'm aware that my privilege here is very apparent. I'm somebody who is white, and the likelihood of me being arrested, especially with no explanation, is incredibly low. And I'm aware that if I was black, this is something that is a regular occurrence, and that makes me incredibly sad and angry. And so I don't want to just make a joke out of this without acknowledging that first. So there's a couple of things that have come to mind. One might be speeding, because I love driving fast, and I do sometimes push the limits a little bit, especially in England. Like, speed limits are kind of fairly loose, and I mean, if I was in Germany driving on the Autobahn, it wouldn't be a problem, but yeah, maybe arrested for speeding. My husband wouldn't be shocked at that. And then the other thing might be, maybe I'm drunk and disorderly. I mean, it doesn't happen very often, and definitely less and less as I get older, but definitely in my college years, that might have been more of a likely event. So yeah, I think that's probably two things that they would assume I had done if I was arrested and there was no explanation. Okay, the next question is, what are some fun ways to answer everyday questions like, how's it going, or what do you do? A little bit off topic, but this just reminds me of some cultural differences I have noticed living in America. If you say to somebody, how are you? In England, the best answer you are ever going to get is, not too bad, thank you. That is like our incredibly happy and excited and overjoyed day. That's as best as we get. Makes us sound so miserable, but that's just our yardstick of like, that is a good day if you say, not too bad, thank you. Whereas if I say the same thing in America, I get some very concerned people going, oh no, what's the matter? What's going on? And it's very sweet, because yeah, it's nice that people are concerned, but honestly, that is supposed to be, I'm having an amazing day, thank you. And it's just something I've noticed here. So if I said in England, how's your day going, or how are you, and I said, I'm awesome, they would be like, what the F are you talking about? Like, what? Awesome? How are you awesome? What on earth has happened that you are awesome? I think we're quite a negative set of people, aren't we, saying this? And also, we don't really go into much detail. We just say, yeah, not too bad, thanks. Whereas I find here, if you ask someone how they are, you get a much longer, more detailed personal answer, which I personally do prefer. I would rather know genuinely how somebody is than just a bog standard, I'm fine, thanks. So yeah, just something I've noticed. But that was not what the question asked. The question asked was, what's some fun ways to answer? Oh God, I don't know. Yeah, I really don't know. I'm going to have to skip this question because I cannot think of anything fun to say about it. Okay, the next question is cereal soup? Why or why not? No, cereal is not soup. I don't even know why I would think that cereal is soup. I'm really confused, guys. Can you please explain to me in the comments why, if you think cereal is soup, why you think that? Because personally, I don't really get it. Like, how can it be a soup? Like, I get that there's, you put different elements together to make it, and that it's like liquidy, but it's not a soup. Oh, I'm so confused. Okay, so that's probably the last question I'm going to answer this week. I really enjoyed doing this challenge. I'm hoping to do some others, like just using full boxes from a kit, or using kits that I'm unfamiliar with the formats. So if you've got any challenges you want me to do, let me know in the comments below. And also, if there's any questions you want me to answer, you want to get to know me, also leave those in the comments and I'll answer those next week in the plan with me. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching this. And don't forget to like, comment and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss another video. Have a great week and I'll speak to you soon. Bye!
There's a party downtown, someone said that you're coming by. Let me know when you're here, meet me up for a smoke outside. I regret what I said, didn't mean it. Yeah, believe me, I guess I'll take it back. There's a party downtown, someone said that you're coming by. I know that summer was a big mistake. I just hope that we're still okay. You always play